everybody has categorized this whole league as everybody's gay in the WNBA, and they look like boys, and they're manly, and no. Everybody's their own individual person. And why are you judging a sport on a sexuality?
The WNBA has an undeniable place in the history of sports glory and activism. However, the best women's professional basketball league in the world still fights for the attention, popularity, and respect they deserve. Now, some of the resistance is twofold. The majority of those women are Black, putting the league at the crossroads of combating both sexism and racism. Let's keep it real. WNBA players have put their money where their mouth is and once again stand at the front lines fighting for justice and equality.
I am here with three esteemed women, excellent hoopers and athletes. I have 3-time Olympic gold medalist, 4-time WNBA champion with the Houston Comets, Sheryl Swoopes. Now we take it to another excellent woman herself. We have 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 5-time WNBA All-Star, newly of the Las Vegas Aces. Angel McCoughtry is here as well. What's up, Angel? And finally, one of the up-and-coming young stars of the league, 2018 first-round draft pick, Lexie Brown of the Minnesota Lynx is with us.
Let's keep it real about how the WNBA is portrayed in society with regards to sexuality.
How has sexuality affected the reception and growth of the WNBA?
Everybody has categorized this whole league as everybody's gay in the WNBA, and they look like boys, and they're manly, and no. Everybody's their own individual person. And why are you judging a sport on a sexuality? We don't do that in the NBA. And we know that there are different sexualities in the NBA or in the NFL. Judge the person on how well they play. We shouldn't even be going there. That's how I feel. But yeah, people are nosy and they want to know, like, oh, who they dating or whatever. This is who I'm dating. Bada bing, bada boom. Do you like the way I play? That's just my view.
I remember when the league first started, and I was pregnant, was married, had my child. The league marketed that like crazy, to Angel's point, right? It was, in a way, Sheryl Swoopes, the first family of the WNBA, because it was, when you saw me and my baby, you saw my husband at the time, right? And they were all about that. So to Angel's point, I don't know why they don't do that more. It's become more of a, let's show everybody that we embrace our league being gay. And I think that's sending the wrong message, because as Angel said, not every player in the WNBA is gay, right? You don't hear people going saying, talking about the NBA or the NFL or Major League Baseball on who's gay, who's straight, because it doesn't really matter. I think at some point what would be great would be for the league to get to a point where it's not a conversation. Like, it shouldn't be a conversation. And judge me. Matter of fact, don't even judge me, because it's not your place to judge me, right? But if you want to watch the league, you want to watch the games because of my talent, right? So I think in a way it does hurt the league, because you have a lot of people or fans out there who say, well, I'm not going to watch the WNBA because, as Angel said, people have this perception that every player in the WNBA is gay or they all look like boys. And because of that, I think it turns away fans. But if the league would ever get to a point to where they're not really buying into that and just saying, look, this is our league. All of our players are different. Some are married, some are not, some are gay, some are not, some have kids, some don't. Like every other league, it shouldn't even be a conversation.
Right.
So do you guys not like the league supporting and teams having pride days and joining in pride marches? I'm trying to understand.
Not saying that.
Okay.
We're very supportive. Guess what? Look, I'm an open book. I've had boyfriends. I've had girlfriends. Whatever, right? But all you see blasted, if you Google who I date, it's only the women. Nobody's Google, like, no, there's no pictures of me and my boyfriends. I've had some good looking boyfriends. Those are not on Google. Why is it only the women I've dated? So that already goes to show you how I'm being promoted as a WNBA player. Boom, boom.
I mean, I think they're trying to reach out to our majority fan base. If anybody knows or follows who's been to a game, they understand what that means. But I've had parents tell me that I'm not bringing my daughter to a WNBA game. Have you seen the type of people who are at WNBA games, who are at college games? And we need, like, I love kids. Like, I want little girls and little boys at our games. Our games are so fun. They're probably some of the most kid-friendly environments ever, honestly. Our fans are great, not super obnoxious. Like, but I've had multiple conversations with people like, okay, I'm Lexie. Oh, what do you do? I play in WNBA. Oh my gosh, you play in the WNBA? What's that like? Isn't everybody gay? I have to look at them. I'm like, that really has nothing to do with anything, honestly. I mean, and like Angel said, we are one of the only leagues characterized by the sexuality of our.
It's true. It's true. Because when you look on the WNBA page, they just put a picture. You saw they had two women who got married who play in the league together. But so I know somebody else just got married to a man. They didn't promote that though. Promote everything. Don't just pick the one. That's what I'm saying. Don't pick the one subject and feed into what everybody's already kind of like knocking us for. Promote all the individual characteristic types. You know what I mean?
I'm with Angel. Like, I think it has to be a nice balance, right? So show, and there's nothing wrong with that. But here's what I will say. I don't know of any, maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know of any other league that, I think JJ Watt either got married or engaged. But the Texans didn't put a picture of him and his fiance on their front page.
Devil's advocate, I'll jump in just to play devil's advocate because I understand and appreciate the sentiments being shared here, Angel. I definitely know that there were complaints before that the league was only pushing the married couples, the moms, the they were trying to tell those stories, and that there was almost a sense the league was hiding from a piece of its identity because there does exist gay women, lesbians in the league, and also a fan base that has gay and lesbian LGBTQ plus people within the fan base, and there was almost a feeling of, is the league hiding from that? So the response might have been, let's show we're proud and also more inclusive. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. So, this is how this kind of came about.
Right. We're not knocking that. But we're just saying, don't just show one entity. Show every entity. You know what I mean? If you're going to just show two people get married, show this player that got married too. Show her kids, One of my teammates, Darika Canby, has a 3-year-old daughter. Show pictures of that stuff. That stuff is not easy being a parent. And I'm just saying, show all entities. It's like we just pointed at one, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Lexie, you kind of touched on it earlier, was what people say about, I'm not taking my daughter to a WNBA game. I have heard, and I know we've all heard this, and I get so angry when I hear it, that I wouldn't want my daughter to play basketball because she's going to turn into a lesbian. And it's kind of something that people say, but it's whispered. So I want to bring it up right here. Can y'all talk on that? Like, what's the validity of that statement?
First of all, a sport cannot, and let me not be so cliche with it. People in the sport cannot turn you out, or that's your personal decision. Nobody can make you put a gun in your head and make you do anything you don't want to do or change your sexuality. That is your decision. And if you go play soccer, if you go play softball, if you go play tennis, there are going to be people of all kind of sexualities. It's everywhere.
No, I'm laughing because I've heard that too, and I think it's the same way. I feel like by taking your daughter to watch a WNBA game does not make your daughter gay. But I see stuff on social media where parents are posting pictures with their child doing the George Floyd challenge. To me, that's a problem. Do you know what I mean? So you're okay with your child growing up to be a racist, but you wouldn't be okay with your child being gay if that happened. Like, that's one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard somebody say, is I don't want to walk my daughter into a WNBA gym.